Hi guys, welcome to All About. This is Aditya. So in this video, we are going to discuss about the political and physical division of India. India. तो इंडिया का पॉलिटिकल और फिजिकल डिवीजन हम इस वीडियो में देखने वाले हैं. The video will be very very important. During the video, I'll keep my cam off so it will be easy for you to see the PPT properly. ठीक है. चलिए, so start करते हैं फिजियोग्राफिक डिवीजन से. We can divide the India in in six major parts with the help of physiographic division, that is northern mountains, northern plains, Thar desert, peninsular plateau region, coastal plains and islands. So basically all these are important, and we'll see just the very very crucial points which will be helpful for you in during your examination. But guys, before moving towards the detail in the topic, I want to cover the tables. Usually it happens that we move very very deep inside the topic and they ask the question from these tables, which I am going to discuss with you. So let's start with the table first. Longest largest in India. Longest river bridge in India is Bhupen Hazarika Setu. It is situated on Lohit river in Assam, called Bhupen Hazarika Setu. Longest dam in India is called Hirakud Dam. It is situated on Mahanadi river. Highest dam in India is Tehri Dam. It is situated on Bhagirathi river. Biggest dam in India is called Bhakra Nangal Dam. It is situated on Satluj river. Bhakra Nangal Dam is situated in Himachal Pradesh, not in Punjab. Longest desert in India is Thar desert. It is situated in Rajasthan. So we'll learn the name of three deserts. One is Sahara. Sahara is the largest desert in the world. Second one is Gobi. Gobi desert is the largest one or longest one in Asia, longest desert in Asia. And third one is Thar desert. Thar desert is the longest desert of India. It is situated in Rajasthan. Largest cave temple, Kailash temple, Ellora, Maharashtra. Largest zoo, Geological Garden, Kolkata. Highest peak, guys. This is a little bit controversial question. Reason. According to the Indian map, K2 or Godwin Austen is the highest peak in India. I'm not talking about the complete world. Highest peak in India. Its height is 8,611 meter. But actually this part is occupied in POK. It is situated in POK, Pak occupied Kashmir. And according to the world map, or you can observe, like according to the world fraternity, this is the part of Pakistan because it is occupied by Pakistan. So Kanchenjunga considered as the highest peak in India. Now what about the examination? In the examination, the first preference you will give to Godwin Austen. If in the exam you will get the question that what is the highest peak in India, इंडिया का सबसे highest peak कौन सा है, तो पहला प्रेफरेंस दोगे आप गॉडविन ऑस्टिन को. अगर ये आता है, इसी को K2 भी बोलते हैं, अगर ये आता है then it will be your answer. But if it is not there in the option and you find Kanchenjunga, then your answer will be Kanchenjunga. I think it will be clear now. Longest road tunnel, Chenani Nashri tunnel. Chenani Nashri tunnel, it is situated in Jammu and Kashmir. Now it is known as Shyama Prasad Mukherjee tunnel. Now it is renamed as Shyama Prasad Mukherjee tunnel. Its new name is Shyama Prasad Mukherjee tunnel. Largest delta, Sundarban Delta, West Bengal. State with the maximum forest area is Madhya Pradesh. Highest waterfall in India is Jog waterfall or Garsoppa waterfall. Same waterfall, two names, Jog waterfall or Garsoppa waterfall. It is situated on Saravati river in Karnataka. Longest road in India is GT road, Grand Trunk road. It was made by Sher Shah Suri. Now if you will add NH1 plus NH2, then you will find GT road. It was made from Delhi to Kolkata. So it is formed NH1 and NH2. It is formed GT road. highest highway in India. Highest gateway in India is Buland Darwaja, that is Fatehpur Sikri, Uttar Pradesh, made by Akbar. Largest dome is Gol Gumbaz, Bijapur, Karnataka. Longest canal in India is Indira Gandhi Canal, Rajasthan. Longest railway platform in India is Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh. Not only in India, as well as in the world. Not only in India, as well as in the world, the longest railway platform in the world is Gorakhpur. Longest railway tunnel in India is Pir Panjal Railway Tunnel. It is situated in Jammu and Kashmir. It is situated in Jammu and Kashmir. Biggest stadium in India is Narendra Modi Stadium. Narendra Modi Stadium. Biggest cricket stadium in India is Narendra Modi Stadium, also known as Motera. Motera Stadium. It is situated in Ahmedabad, or you can say remember directly Gujarat. Situated at which place? Gujarat. Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Recently renamed to Narendra Modi Stadium, previously known as Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Stadium or Motera Stadium. Biggest indoor stadium in India is Indira Gandhi Indoor Stadium, New Delhi. Longest passenger route train is in between, runs in between Dibrugarh to Kanyakumari. The train name is Vivek Express. Vivek Express is the train name. Longest national highway in India is now NH44. NH44 is the longest national highway in India. It became second national highway. NH7 became second national highway. NH44 is from Jammu to Kanyakumari. NH44 is from Jammu to Kanyakumari. NH7 is from Varanasi to Kanyakumari. It became the second longest one. So first one is NH44. State with the longest coastal line in India is Gujarat. Largest Gurudwara Golden Temple Amritsar. Biggest beach Saint Cathedral Goa. Longest sea beach Marina Beach Chennai. Largest saline water lake in India is Chilka Lake, Odisha. Largest freshwater lake in India is Wular Lake, situated in Jammu and Kashmir. Largest artificial lake in India is Govind Sagar Lake, situated on Bhakra Nangal Dam on Satluj River in Himachal Pradesh. Highest lake is Tolamu Lake or Cholamu Lake. It is situated in Sikkim. Highest lake in India is Cholamu Lake. It is situated in Sikkim. India's largest inland salt lake. Largest inland salt lake means the lake with most salty water. Most salty water is Sambhar Lake. Remember, Sambhar is salty. Sambhar is salty. It is Sabar. It is written here, but in Hindi somewhere you will find written Sambhar also. तो आप Sambhar Lake याद कर सकते हो. Sambhar is salty. State with the longest coastline, already we have discussed, it is Gujarat. Highest battlefield, longest glacier in the world, not only in India, in the world. Siachen Glacier, situated in between India and Pakistan. Largest river island in India as well as in the world, again in the world. Largest river island in India as well as in the world is Majuli Island. It is situated in Assam on Brahmaputra River. Longest river of southern India is Godavari. So guys, these were the important points. I hope you will get the question from the table itself. So most of the work you have to do on the table to revise and learn the data properly. Moving towards the description guys now. Moving towards the data which we have discussed. अब detail की तरफ move करते हैं. The Himalayan mountains. Starting with the first division, that is called Himalayan mountain. It is young fold mountain range from north to till northeastern border of India. Starting from north, this is north, this is south, this is south, this is east, and this is west. So you can observe that it is started from north and moving towards the northeast of India, northeast border of India. So basically we can divide the Himalayan mountain into three ranges. That is Greater Himalaya, it is also known as Inner Himalayas or Himadri, which is always covered from the eyes. That is why it is called Himadri. The second region, this first one, the top one, this first range is called Greater Himalaya, Inner Himalaya or Himadri. The second range is called Middle Himalayas, Lesser Himalayas, also known as Himachal. So first one is called Himadri. This is Himadri. Second is called Himachal. Himachal. This complete range, I am talking about the complete range. This complete range is called Himachal. And third one is called Outer Himalaya or Shivalik. This third range is called Outer Himalaya or Shivalik. So these are the three ranges of Himalaya. Now starting with the first one, the top one, or the Great Himalayas, which is also known as Greater Himalaya, Great Himalayas. Great Himalayas because it is continuous range. It is most continuous range. It starts from here. It starts from here. It is continuous. It does not have any breaks. It does not have any breaks. So this is what Greater Himalaya. That is why it is called Greater Himalaya. It remains covered with the snow throughout the year. That is why it is called Himadri. That is why it is called Himadri. It is also called Great Himalayas or Inner Himalayas. It is also the home of highest peak including Mount Everest. So this is the home of highest peak in the world called Mount Everest, as well as India, both India and world highest peak. Indian highest peak either K2 or Kanchenjunga in Sikkim, or Mount Everest in Nepal. So all these are situated in Greater Himalaya region. ये सारी की सारी आपकी Greater Himalaya region में situated है. Mountains have the average height of 6,000 meters from the ocean level. So what is the average height of Himadri? The average height of Himadri is 6,000 meters from the ocean level. Important peaks in the Himadri: Mount Everest, Nepal, 8,848. Kanchenjunga, I told you, the highest one of India, 8,598. Makalu, Nepal, 8481. Dhaulagiri, Nepal. Nanga Parvat, India. Annapurna, Nepal. Nanda Devi, India. It is important. Nanda Devi, Kamet, India. Namcha Barwa, India. Or Gurla, Mandhata, Nepal. So these are the important peaks where they are located, and what is the height of all these peaks in the meters I have defined here. Next one, Himadri. Continuing with the Himadri, some important passes. What is the meaning of pass? Pass is the region which is situated in between two peaks. That is called pass. Such type of area is called what? Pass. So pass, some important passes are situated in Himadri. That is called Karakoram Pass in Kashmir, Bara-Lapcha Pass, Lapchala Pass, Shipkila Pass in Himachal, Thangla Niti Pass in Uttarakhand. These all passes are situated in Himadri. Gangotri and Yamunotri glaciers in Uttarakhand, which are the sources of most important rivers in India, Ganga and Yamuna. This Gangotri and Yamunotri is also situated in Himadri range only. Now second range is called Himachal. Himachal is the middle range in between, which lies south of Greater Himalaya. South means below of Greater Himalaya. So this Himachal range is also known as Lesser Himalaya because it is lesser than the Greater Himalaya. छोटी है किससे compared to Greater Himalaya. So lesser and middle Himalayas because it is situated in between of Shivalik. It is situated in between of Shivalik and Greater Himalaya. It is situated in between of Shivalik and Greater Himalaya. In between that. So these ranges are called Himachal range. Pir Panjal, Dhauladhar, Mahabharat are the famous ranges presented in Himachal. Including that, main valleys including Kashmir, Kullu Valley, these are the famous hill stations of Himachal range. Himachal range, not state. Okay, Himachal range. These are the famous valleys of Himachal range. Himachal range is also known as Lesser or Middle Himalayas. I told you it is situated in south of Himadris. Average height is 3,700 meters to 4,500 meters. I told you the average height of Greater Himalaya. The average height of Greater Himalaya is 6,000 meters. But the average height of Himachal is 3,700 to 4,500 meter from the sea level. Most popular hill stations are Shimla, Mussoorie, Kullu Valley, etc. They are located in these ranges. Third range is called Shivalik range. It is composed of unconsolidated sediments brought down by the Himalayan river. So when the Himalayan river flow down from the greater Himalaya, passes from the Himachal and comes to the Shivalik, they take with them the consolidated sediments, and Shivalik is formed from the consolidated sediments taken by the Himalayan river. It is also called outer Himalaya. It is not a continuous range. You will find Shivalik in the form of breaks, and in between that you will find the rivers flow. The rivers are flowing in between that ranges. So these are the rivers which are flowing in between. So it is not a continuous range. It is having different name in the different places, like Jammu Hills in Jammu, Miri Abor and Mishmi Hills in Arunachal Pradesh. So these are the different names. Shivalik. The longitudinal valley lying in between Himachal and Shivalik is known as dunes. What is the meaning of dunes? You can find here in this diagram. This heighted area is what? Lesser Himalaya or middle Himalaya. And this lower one is actually Shivalik Hills. The outer Himalayas. The area lying in between them, this plain area lying in between them, it is called what? Dune. So Dehradun, Kotli Dune, Patli Dune are some famous dunes which are situated in between Shivalik and Lesser Himalayas. It is ranging from 900 to 1100 meters. One note point here: the easternmost extension of Himalaya is known as Purvanchal, and it is consist of Naga, Manipur and Mizo Hill. Means the northeastern states in the countries are northeastern states of countries situated on these ranges. Next point is called the northern plains. Northern plains are the result of alluvial deposition by three main Himalayan rivers, that is Ganga, Indus and Brahmaputra. Not only in India, and all over the world, if you will find northern plains or plains are the most populated region. Most populated regions means population आपको सबसे ज़्यादा मिलेगा. Why? What is the reason behind high population? Main reason: fertile soil, availability of water, moderate climate. These all suited for high agriculture, high production. Longitudinally, northern plains are divided into four regions. So basically, these are the most populated area in India. Northern plains are the most populated area in India because of these reasons. These plains are extended approximately 3,200 km from west to east, and the average width varies from 150 to 300 km in general. The northern plain increases from east to west from 90 to 100 km in Assam to 500 km in Punjab. Punjab तरफ आपको इसका जो width है वो ज़्यादा मिलेगा. Towards Assam you will find the width of northern plain is less. Next is Indian desert. It is also known as Thar desert because it is the biggest desert in India. So it is called Thar desert. It is lying in the northwest part of India. Basically Rajasthan state में situated है आपका Thar desert, Rajasthan. It receives very less waterfall. The presence of sand makes arid region, very low vegetation. Luni is one of the most important river of this region. Now, next is peninsular plateau. What is the meaning of plateau? Plateau which is smaller than mountain, the height of plateau is smaller than mountain, but higher in comparison to the plains. Plains से इनकी height ज़्यादा होगी, but इनकी height कम होगी compared to the mountain. ऐसे regions को हम बोलते हैं plateau. Plateau is the table top of land. Plateau divided into two based on the position of Narmada river which passes in Madhya Pradesh, which starts in Madhya Pradesh, Amarkantak, and falls in Gujarat, Khambat ki khadi, the Bay of Khambat in Gujarat. So the part of plateau lying north to Narmada River is called Central Highland, and which is lying south means below to the Narmada River is called Deccan Plateau. So how it is divided? It is divided on the base of Narmada River. Narmada River के ऊपर का हिस्सा जो है that is called Central Highlands, and below Narmada River it is called Deccan Plateau. First, Indian desert. In Indian deserts. After Indian desert, it is what? Plateau. The Central Highlands. After Indian desert, it is plateau. The Central Highland, it is south. In the south, it is bounded by Vindhya range. Again, Vindhya range is also situated in Madhya Pradesh. And northwest by Aravalli. Aravalli starts from Gujarat and it moves till Delhi. It moves till Delhi. So Aravalli. Aravalli is also known as one of the oldest mountain range in India. It is the one of the oldest mountain range in India. Further, the western extension are gradually merged with the Thar Desert. Merge with the Thar Desert. The eastern extension is known as Bundelkhand and Baghelkhand. Bundelkhand, the part of Bundelkhand is situated in Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. It is situated in Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Baghelkhand is the part of Madhya Pradesh. So you will find that Central Highland, which is a plateau, most of the part of this plateau is situated in Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, and it moves up to Delhi as well, right? Next is Aravalli. Aravalli is considered one of the oldest mountain range in India. It is located from Palanpur to Delhi. Mount Abu Block is the highest section of Aravalli. The highest peak of mountain Aravalli is known as Guru Shikhar. A direct question in the examination is known as Guru Shikhar, and its height is 1722 meter. Deccan Plateau. Eastern Highland is completed. Now next is Deccan Plateau. The largest plateau of India with the height ranging from 900 to 2700 meters. It is a triangular landmass southwest bounded by the Western Ghats and southeast called Eastern Ghats. Western Ghats, one of the most beautiful area in India. In the southern part of India, if you want to visit somewhere, one of the most beautiful part is Western Ghats of southern India. The north part of Deccan Plateau is has Maharashtra Plateau made by lava. Availability of more availability of lava. Western Ghats, it is also known as Sahyadri. Western Ghat is known as Sahyadri. Western Ghat is more continuous range, hence only help as a natural passes. Average elevation is 900 to 1100 meter. The highest peak, this point is important, the highest peak of southern India is Anai Mudi. It is situated at Annamalai Hills. I'll repeat again, the highest peak of southern India is Anai Mudi. It is situated in Annamalai Hills. Nilgiri mountain is the most beautiful part of Western Ghats. Doda Betta is the highest peak of Nilgiri and the second highest peak of southern India. So guys, remember the highest peak of southern India and the second highest peak of southern India. Western Ghat is the source of all important southern rivers like Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, etc. Western Ghat and Eastern Ghats meet at Nilgiri Hills. They join together at Nilgiri Hills. So this is important, and the highest peak of Nilgiri Hills is Doda Betta. Eastern Ghats are irregular hills. Range stretches from northern Odisha to the Nilgiri across the coastal Andhra. The highest peak of Eastern Ghat is called Mahendragiri. It is situated in Andhra Pradesh. Islands. Mostly there are two major island groups in India. One is called Lakshadweep, second is called Andaman and Nicobar Island Group. Andaman and Nicobar Island Group are the island group of more than 300 islands. Andaman and Nicobar are separated by 10-degree channel. So the gap between Andaman and Nicobar in the sea area is called 10-degree channel. Its administrative capital is Port Blair. India's only active volcano that is situated in Barren Island. India has only one active volcano that is situated in Barren Island, and this island is situated in Andaman and Nicobar Island. Narcondam is the extinct volcano situated in this island. So the active volcano of India and the extinct volcano of India both are situated in the Andaman Nicobar Island, that is called Barren Island. Lakshadweep Island. It is composed of a small coral island. It consists of nearly 36 islands. The administrative capital is Kavaratti Island. Piti Island, which is a bird sanctuary, is situated here. The northern portion of Lakshadweep is called Amandeeps and the remaining part is called Lokadeeps. So Amandeeps and Lokadeeps is situated in which island? So answer will be Lakshadweep. Now here we have few important facts. The highest point of Andaman group is called Saddle Peak. The highest point of Nicobar group is called Mount Thular. The smallest island of Andaman group is called Ross Island. The smallest island of Nicobar group is called Milo Island. Biggest island of Andaman group is Middle Andaman, and biggest island of Nicobar group is called Great Nicobar. So guys, these were the important points. Last is coastal plains. India has western coastal plain between Western Ghats and Arabian Sea. Eastern coastal plain between Eastern Ghats and Bay of Bengal. So there are two coastal plains in India: Western coastal plain, Eastern coastal plain. Western coastal plain is situated in between Western Ghats, Arabian Sea, Eastern Ghat, Bay of Bengal. Western coastal plain divided into three sections. The northmost part is called Konkan. Maybe you heard about the Konkan Railway, Daman to Goa. Maharashtra to Goa, Daman, that Konkan Railway is famous. It is situated in between Daman to Goa. Which one? Konkan area is situated between Daman to Goa. The central stretch is called Kannada Plain, and the southernmost stretch is called Malabar Coast. Eastern coastal plain divided into two parts. The northernmost part of northern Sirkar and the southernmost part is called Coromandel Coast. This is important. Coromandel Coast is important, guys. So I hope that I always try to make videos short and more descriptive with the more data, so you can get it, you can revise it again and again. It will be more than enough for your examination. Please revise the topic 2-3 times. I'll meet you in the upcoming video. Till that time, keep watching All Aboard. Jai Hind.